Hi there, this is Anup. Today we are going to talk about Intune versions. We are going to look into the history of Intune versions when Microsoft started talking about the latest version numbers such as 2307, 2308 service release versions. We will check that and we'll go into some of the funny factors as well. What was the first name for Intune? Was that Windows Intune or System Center Online, etc., etc. As well as we will look into the IME version details, the client side of Intune or MDM version details for Windows, Android, iOS, and all the supported devices as well in this video. So don't skip it. Let's go ahead and check this out. What is Intune version? How to get Intune version details? Intune product names. This would be interesting, probably funny. We'll look into history of service release versions and what is service release version, etc. Confusing part probably the client versions of Intune. We'll look into admin portal version also, if there is anything like that. Microsoft Intune, that is the official name. Microsoft Intune is also a product family. There are some other products such as Configuration Manager, Autopilot. All these services are part of Microsoft Intune product family. But Microsoft Intune itself is a product for managing the devices SaaS solution from Microsoft. This is where it is going to get interesting. The first version of Intune was known as System Center Online Desktop Manager is the name, and SCODM. Microsoft Endpoint Manager Intune, that was another funny name. Probably it was known as Windows Intune as well, as you can see over here. Windows Intune, Microsoft Intune, Microsoft Endpoint Manager, and something else as well. So that is the history about product name, but the official name at this point of time when I am recording this video, it is Microsoft Intune. History of Microsoft Intune version, basically service side versions. So this is the screenshot of System Center Online Desktop Manager, and that is the initial version of Intune probably, and that was released around 11th of May 2009. At that time the service release version was something, it was a new product. Intune beta version called Florida got introduced in April 2010. Intune version 2.0 beta got released 2011 July 12th, beta version 3 in 2012 April 20th. The wave started, D wave, E wave. In February 2014, the Intune version update got released. Until 2013, version release was per year, and then from 2013 got changed. In 2013 there were two versions released, and then in 2014 there were again two versions released, and in 2015 there is only one version I think, and in 2016 also there's only one version. And from 2017 onwards, Microsoft started using the current naming standard or version standard or service release version number standard 1701. That was 2017. 17 is coming from year 2017 in the scenario. 01 is coming from the month. So it was Jan. That is why it was 1701. And now the latest version Intune service release 2307, and Microsoft releases the latest service release at the end of every month, and July version got released on the last week of July. If you go to tenant admins in Intune portal and go to tenant status, you would be able to get all these service release version details, etc., etc., and tenant location, etc. over here. So we have discussed in detail about tenant location and internal infrastructure architecture of Intune in a different video. If you want to check that out, you can click on the I button over here. Okay, now let's go to next slide. And this is most confusing part of Intune version, and that is client side version. There are different client side components in Intune, especially for Windows. Let's concentrate on Windows first, and then we will move to other device platform. In Windows, from a high level perspective, there are three things, basically two clients. This MDM agent, as you can see over here, this is part of Windows operating system. This agent and all the related components are core part of Windows operating system. There won't be any specific version numbers for this MDM agent. If you can check the details of MDM agent.exe file, you can see it is similar to Windows version. So this is Windows 11 version, and you can see the build number is 22621. Over here for MDM agent version is also 22621. Difference in the revision version, as you can see over here, maybe some of the updates will have updates or fixes to MDM agent. In that scenario, this revision version will also get changed and it will become same as this one. But in this particular scenario, it does not happen. So this is the first version of MDM agent. We cannot say this as an Intune agent, but Intune is fully utilizing this agent MDM stack for managing device and deploying policies, etc., etc. For Win32 application deployment, PowerShell script deployment, etc., etc., all the complex scenarios which MDM agent cannot manage or it is not capable to manage, in that case Intune is using a different agent called IME, as you can see over here. IME is Intune Management Extension. How do you get the details of IME agent? Either you need to go to healthscripts.log to check the version details, but there are other ways also. I find this is much easier way than the other ways. So over here you would be able to see a different version than the MDM agent. It is 169.1.1.10. And this IME agent version is updated automatically, and Microsoft not providing any release details of IME agent updates, features included in IME agent, or any version details. None of these are publicly available. So IME updates, IME features, IME bug fixes, all are kind of black box at the moment for public. So that is the second agent which Intune is using to manage Windows devices. And the third thing is company portal. Intune Windows devices, Windows platform devices will also have the company portal. Version is something different, you can see over here. It is 112.119.0, and you can get the company portal version details from the settings icon. And if you scroll down in that page at the bottom, you would be able to company portal. So we have covered IME agent, company portal, Windows MDM agent, etc., etc. Now let's look into non-Windows devices. Most of the time, non-Windows devices are managed by MDM stack in that OS operating system. It is Android for Android devices. It is iOS for iOS devices, Mac OS devices. Every operating system nowadays has a MDM stack built into it. So Microsoft is using company portal along with their MDM stack to manage. So it is important to understand company portal version, and that is termed as Intune client version in this particular scenario for non-Windows devices. So for iOS it is 5.23.0.7.0, and for Android it is 5.0.59.26. These are the client Intune versions, different device platforms. Okay, now that you have seen all the details about Intune versions, service side, client side, Windows, non-Windows device platforms, etc., etc. Hope this video was helpful. Thank you all for watching. See you around.